Hello everybody, welcome back to Neoquest 2. Alright, so we left off last time in the Underclouds, which is where I still am. I did grind a tiny bit, not really too much. I got 3 out of the 4 characters up to the next level. Nothing too crazy. These enemies are pretty hard though. I was noticing while I was grinding, like harder than normal. They're definitely taking a long time to kill. So there's the possibility that I might need to grind some more coming up here. I think the big problem I was having was this focus thing, which focus, if I remember correctly, that makes the enemy's defense increase but their offense decrease. So they're not doing a lot of damage, but it's making them take forever to kill. And from what I was seeing, like every time they would focus, they wouldn't ever really leave focus. I'm sure they do eventually, but it was taking a while. So I don't know. Maybe I don't need to grind. Maybe that's just what's going on. I think they just healed. I didn't notice who was the healer. So I'm gonna try to get through without grinding for now. But I might have to do that at some point. I'm hoping actually maybe I can just get through the rest of it like right now. We got a bit to go, but I got some time finally. I apologize for how long this is taking to come out. You know, a lot of it's just me being busy. I'm working full time and I'm in school still. So got that. But really the big reason, more than not having time to record, has just been that, you know, when I do these videos, I want to talk about Neopets, and I haven't really been playing Neopets too much, so I didn't really feel like I had much to talk about. But it's kind of got into the point where I'm now thinking, you know, I'm probably not going to play much Neopets anytime soon. I'm probably not going to get anything to talk about, so we might as well just go ahead and finish it off. I'm just looking at the map here to see where to go. I see somebody on the left-hand side here, but I'm not sure that I can actually get to them. Actually, I should probably, maybe I should haste. I haven't really hasted, like, outside of boss battles ever. I'm guessing it was the water fairies that were doing healing in the last battle. I wasn't paying attention. The water fairy is the one that heals in the battle against the 4 fairies, though, so even just, you know, Neopets in general, you go to the water fairy to get healed. So I'm gonna try to take this bionic side bunny out before it focuses. Never mind, it just did. So let me focus on these guys because I think that they're healing. Okay, I haven't really been on Neopets. I was kind of like waiting for more stuff to be converted. It's become pretty clear at this point that that's just not going to happen. Like they just announced that 3 more Flash games are going to be converted. Like 3 after like 10 months. So like I was kind of under the, maybe I was just being a little overly optimistic, but I was really hoping that, you know, they were taking so long to update us on the Flash games, and that meant that they were just going to put up a whole big batch of them, like I am with these videos, for example, right? I'm taking forever on them, but I'm just going to put up all of them at once. I was kind of hoping they were following that model for the Flash games, that they were just going to put up like a bunch of them. Not all of them probably, but you know, like I was really thinking that they were going to do like at least like 50 or so, right? But they've done 3 in 10 months. That just tells me, you know, they're probably never really going to actually get any significant amount finished. And one of them is apparently pretty buggy, which is Fairy Bubbles. They say they're going to fix it later. So it just, it's not very hope inspiring. Um, so I feel like my time with the site is coming to a close. There's also been all the NFT drama, which I'm not a big fan of. I don't want to like get into it, but it's just basically soured me on the site a lot. So I did cancel my premium. That runs out in a few weeks. Like I canceled it like right after it renewed, so I still have a bit left. So my idea was, I'll cancel premium. In my opinion, the site's pretty much unusable without premium or an ad blocker, and I don't usually like using ad blockers. So once I'm done with premium, I'm pretty much like, I feel like I'm just like done with the site for a while. So my goal is to at least get these videos done before my premium runs out. But like I said, I kind of hope I can just do it all today. But we'll see. I was looking ahead in Jelly Neo to see exactly how much I have left. From what I can understand, from what I remember, because it was a little bit ago, I think I had like the 3 Fallen Fairy fights left, the 2 Pant Devil fights, Tarask and Tarask 2. Yeah, there's somebody over here. So there's that lady right there. I can't get to her. I might have already seen her from the other side. I'm not sure. I think that's it though. I don't think I'm missing anybody else. I beat the Devil Puss. So I'm trying to remember, but I don't know. It was a couple weeks ago I was looking through it, so. And when there's not any Bionic Side Bunnies, these battles are going quick. Really quick. It's really just the Bionic Side Bunnies that are a big pain because they focus and then they take so little damage. So it's pretty painful. Actually, who leveled up last? Mipsy, I forgot to put that point in. So let's do Casting Haste. Yeah, I hope that, they can move past all the NFT stuff and maybe get it together a little bit more, and then I'll be happy to come back and renew my premium and all that. But as of right now, yeah, I'm pretty much just feeling done. Not saying forever, but for a while. I mentioned last time I was trying like a different recording setup for this, and it looks fine on my end, so I hope that I'm going to stick with it, so I hope it looks fine going forward. It's hard to know like how well it'll look on like a TV or like a monitor or another monitor, or like a phone or like whatever. I imagine it's really hard to see on a phone. I've never actually tried to look at it. Just because I have a wide monitor, so it's only taking up like a portion of the screen. But yeah, it didn't seem any worse than before, so I'm sticking with it. So hopefully it all looks fine. Let's see. Sucks when Velm doesn't need to heal, and when I already got my shields up, then he's got like nothing to do. I guess I could waste some of those damage potions. I got a ton of them. When I was grinding, I actually had to use a regular potion because Velm was so low on health. They were all like attacking only him for some reason. We're on our way to Fairy City right now. Oh my god, 3 Bionic Side Bunnies. Let's see if we can get rid of one of them. Luckily, Mipsy's Obliterate doesn't seem to be phased by the focus. So that's nice at least. So I have one way to do a little bit of damage. They are pretty fast too. Man, of course he's the one who focuses, but it doesn't matter. I probably should haste, because like they're taking a lot of turns. Wish we could see the speed stat at all. I wish we could see any of our stats, actually. I can't see any of our stats. It'd be nice to actually have some like hard numbers on it. We can see the stats the armor gives us. None of them affect speed at all, though. But yeah, we can't see just like our regular stats. Yeah, I just have a tendency to only use haste during boss battles. But it's probably good to do it. I'm going to save obliterate for him. Probably good to do it other times too. Alright, so far so good. Just waiting for the load. Site's actually been pretty good today, probably because nobody's playing anymore because of the NFT drama. I really wonder how everything's going to pan out because I feel like it's looking pretty dire for Neopets as a whole right now. Lots of people canceling their premium. The site's been getting a lot more attention, like in more mainstream places. Like I saw it on like the general games subreddit, for example, which you just never see Neopets pop up there. And you know they say all press is good press, so maybe it'll drive a little more traffic to the site, but I feel like that's like super optimistic. And like the site, like at this point, realistically, it's kept afloat by like the hardcore people that love this game and are paying for premium and stuff. So lots of people canceling premium cannot be good for it. All right, let me go to the new map and let's see what we need to do here. Okay, so I thought that this was going to be like a place with shops and stuff, but no. This is going to be where we find the fairy thief. Okay, so this is Lucina. So Lucina says, "Oh, adventurers! Thank goodness! Fairy City has been overrun by villains. Who are you?" Lucina says, "I live here, or I used to, before my house got taken over by the dark fairies. Now I'm just doing my part, trying to warn everyone who enters the city. What happened to the city?" Well, it's basically a civil war. Lots of dark fairies have rebelled and taken over the city. They're ransacking houses and shops. It's madness. I think they're being commanded by this one fairy that I saw a while ago. What fairy do you mean? I think she's a thief. I first saw her giving orders to some other fairies and side bunnies, telling them what to steal. Last I saw her, she went into the inn, which is just on the right. I'm not sure if she's still in there, but you should probably check it out. Alright, so yeah, we need to head up in here. This is, by the way, where you get, those bionic side bunnies that we were facing. That's where you get an avatar for beating the bionic side bunnies. And I believe that's the last avatar you get in this game. So, that was the point that a lot of people would play up to just to get 3 avatars from this game. And, once you get to that point, like, we're almost to the end, so it's like, why not just keep going? And then that's how people end up with a bronze trophy on this game. Alright, I feel like I should probably haste because they're taking a lot of turns and they really are not liking Vellum. I normally would have left him alive and tried to take him out with the spray of arrows, but I felt like I really needed to take somebody out with Vellum. His life getting so low. Alright. So their enemies' HPs are definitely slowly creeping up. Luckily, we're getting super good experience. So maybe we won't need to grind too much. Obviously, I'll do that off camera like I have been if I need to. I think it's probably impossible that I'll get through the rest of this game without grinding, but I don't know. I mentioned before, like I feel like I beat normal mode around like level 56 or so, or 54. Um, which it's possible we could get up there by the end. I mean, we probably will. We have at least 3 or 5 more bosses just that I listed: 2 Pant Devils and 3 Fairy Thieves. I don't remember if we did fight one of the Fairy Thieves though, didn't we? Or am I thinking of just the Devil Puss? This is what happens when I take so long, between playing this game. I don't remember exactly what happened before. I can't remember if we actually fought the Fairy Thief or if I was just like thinking about fighting it. I don't think we actually did. Because the last one we fought was the Devil Puss, and I'm pretty sure you fight the 3 Fairy Thieves all in a row. Let's go ahead and throw one of these Hurricane Potions. Ooh, that did real good. Oh, they got a shield too, huh? Alright. So anyway, yeah, at least 3 Fairy Thieves and 2 Pant Devils. Now, I know with the first 2 Fairy Thief fights, though, I don't think you actually, take it down to 0 HP. I think that the Fairy Thief runs away after a certain point for the first 2. So I don't know if you get XP for that or not. So that might be irrelevant. But we'll see. I really wonder why they didn't put a sneaking mode into this game. Like, it was in the first game, and I mean, it's a good feature. Like, it was like a really good feature. Like, that was like a very forward thinking feature that like not really many games had at that time. I can't really think of any JRPGs that did have it. I'm sure they existed, but like the first one I remember having that, besides this, was Bravely Default, which was in like what 2013 or so. I'm sure they existed before that, but they were not popular at all. Like it was a great idea, especially for the time. And then they just like didn't put it in this one. I wonder why. Maybe like they saw like the data that like maybe people were finding it too hard because they were under leveled because they were using sneaking too much. So they wanted to take that away so people didn't think it was as hard or something. That's really the only thing I can think of, but that's a pretty weak justification in my opinion. Because like if people want to be under leveled, then let them be under leveled. I don't know. I really think they should have kept it in though. And it was a really good feature. It was a really forward thinking feature. Let's go with that one. Then take him out with the spray. Nice. Alright, I guess I'll just have him attack. I could have used a damage potion, but whatever. Okay. I probably would be pretty underleveled though if it did have a sneaking feature. Because I don't think I would ever use normal. Right? I would put it on hunting to grind, and then when I was done grinding, I felt like I was a good enough level. Then I would just go right back to sneaking. Like that's pretty much how I played Neoquest 1. I don't really remember ever using normal too much. Or at least getting a good experience though, because even not being on hunting, some of the characters have almost gained a whole level during this battle. Somewhat close. Like 60% of the way there. I did end up picking up the Darkest Fairy game for PS2. I kind of want to try that out. I'm not like gonna record it or anything because I don't think I'll play the whole thing. But I was looking at an interview with, I think it was with Adam and Donna, and it said that they had a lot of issues with that game basically, and they weren't allowed to do too much of what they wanted to. But so definitely it wasn't their vision exactly, but it's still kind of interesting to me. I know some people have fond memories of that game. I remember like seeing commercials and advertisements for it all the time when I was a kid and wanting it, but I didn't have a PS2, so I couldn't get it. I only had a GameCube at that time. And then they had the Pet game on PSP, which I also have. But I think Adam and Donna had even less to do with that game. Like I think that was just contracted out. I'm not 100% sure on that. But I didn't have a PSP either. I did have a Wii, and there was a Wii game. But I think by the time that happened, I was kind of like not playing Neopets so much. Like by the time I got my Wii. And then by the time I went back to Neopets, I wasn't really playing the Wii too much. So it just never really overlapped there. The times where I was playing both of them. I do wonder how it was though. I'm gonna guess it wasn't great, but maybe it was okay. I'm sure some people have some fond memories of all of those games. I'm sure I would if I had played them. These guys kind of seem like glass cannon types, right? Like they're hitting really hard, but they're taking a lot of damage. So I don't mind that because I can continuously heal. Oh, I thought that one was dead. I don't know why. Yeah, they're using the highest form of the group damage attack, I believe, which is why we didn't go for that one. It's 64 damage. I remember reading a guide when I was a kid, and it said that they recommended using the group damage one because it did 64 to everybody, which adds up to 256. So as a kid, like in my mind, I thought, okay, so that means if you use it and there's only one enemy, it's going to do 256. But no, it still only does 64. So I wasted that run. As soon as I figured that out, I stopped leveling it up. I still prefer to take the safe 100 because the 64 to each is really only going to be helpful. Like you're not getting too much mileage out of that unless you're fighting 4 people. And most of the regular fights, you don't really have to worry about too much. You're mostly, like, all the hard fights are the boss fights. And almost all of those are only one person, so, it didn't really seem to be getting a lot of mileage out of it. So, I don't prefer to use that one. But, who knows, maybe it's better. One of the coolest things I learned when I started this playthrough was, I was getting emails and messages from people talking about how they would do like challenge runs and stuff. And I just thought that was so cool. I never even really thought about doing that. I don't think I would do it now, but when I was younger and I played this game more, I probably would have liked to do that. It would have been cool if they like if they would have given rewards for that kind of thing, like a special avatar for beating the game with only the boy characters or something like that. That would have been really cool. I don't think they would have done that because it would have felt unfair to a lot of people. Because it wouldn't have been easy to get. Like it would have been extremely hard, I'm sure. But it would have been cool to have some incentive. Maybe like you have a better chance of getting one of the good rewards, like the less characters you finish with, something like that. I remember I did. I'm sure I mentioned it on here, but I did the When I did insane mode, I got Velm's staff, which really sucked. It was like the only one I didn't want. And that's the only difficulty where you can't get the rewards more than once, so that was it for me. All like I could have made a second account maybe. It's and then like you know, went through all the way through normal, evil, and insane again, but I'm sure that's against the rules. I'd be shocked if it wasn't. Alright, we got the Fairy Thief coming up. We're really close on 51 with Velm and Rohan. But I'm thinking like maybe just risk it. Because I don't think this is a full battle. What does Jelly Neo say? Jelly Neo says to be level 54 to 55? Ooh, only 50. But she does flee, so it shouldn't matter too much. 54 to 55 seems excessive. It recommends the same thing for evil. And I don't see why you would need to be the same level on normal and evil. Okay, well anyway. The Fairy Thief laughs at you as you approach. So you want to get into the palace and take on the king, or put shielding wards over the palace doors. You won't be able to enter unless you defeat me. Not that you'll be able to. She attacks. Okay, just attack. I don't expect this to be too bad because, like I said, it's not going to be a full fight. I don't remember if she gets more. Ooh, that did a lot of damage. She could totally kill them again in one more hit. I don't remember if it's like she gets more. Jesus, if she gets more HP next time, or what? Yeah, she's definitely doing a ton of damage and not taking too much. So what can I do here? I could probably slow her. I'll do that with Talinia. See if I can get an obliterate in. Not really. Let's go with a Calma potion. Ooh, nice. Hit on the first try. We are all hasted. We got our shields up, so that's about as best as we're going to get right now. Do a damage potion. Oh wow, she's already done? That was surprising. It barely did any damage. Fairy Thief leaps away, landing on top of the table. She scowls at you. So, a bit of a challenge, it seems. Well, fighting to the death was never my style. And I think I can find somewhere in the city to hide that you won't find. So long, suckers. She leaps out an open window and flies away to the west, behind a nearby building. Oh, we do get experience. Okay. Not a lot, but enough. I wonder if that was like a time thing instead of... I assumed that she was going to run away after you do so much damage, but maybe it was a time thing instead. Or maybe it just wasn't a very high damage. Okay, so we gotta walk back out of here manually, according to Jelly Neo. That sucks. No teleporter this time. Alright, well, that's okay. I think I'll end it there, and then on the next episode, I will be outside of here, back at the entrance, and we will go in the other direction to continue chasing the Fairy Thief. So I will see everybody then. Have a good day.